All right. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Resource rundown. Here we are. So this time I'm giving you the rundown on where some of these sellers are getting their cheap merch. Okay. I know that you've gone to your share of flea markets, or maybe you just went over to a relative's house and there just happened to be somebody there who was trying to sell you some cheap stuff. Or maybe you were at the barber shop and someone went over to the trunk of their car and they had a number of items and you're just like, I wonder where they got these. Well, there are those places online that are what we call wholesale distributors. These are the places where people get cheap goods at bulk discount. Okay. There are some items that are great, but then there are other items that are not so great. And that's why you check reviews before you make these purchases. So, where are some of these places at? Well, to date, I can tell you that there are the overseas suppliers that are dominating. They are already out there on eBay, Amazon, and elsewhere, and they come out of AliExpress's database. Okay. There are a lot of these suppliers there. So that's AliExpress. DHgate, they have their share of vendors as well. They also offer a variety of items that are free shipping as well as bulk orders. And when you purchase any items over there at DHgate, the per piece, the cost per piece, I don't like the pricing on it. Okay. So sometimes you're dealing with folks that, I'll be honest, you'll see some of these websites where they're not really bona fide, legitimate wholesale distribution companies that are business to business, because the prices per item are going to be much cheaper. Banggood, they offer some unique products for low prices. Banggood. There's also DX. They offer some deals and discounts on a variety of things. And mind you, when I say a variety of things, we're talking about things like your t-shirts that you see, jewelry, there's the toys, houseware items, electronics, various beauty products, things like that. Taibu or Taobao, there's a bunch of Chinese manufacturers there. And of course, as we know, if we're going to make purchases from these companies, we need to look at how long it's going to take in order for these items to get here. And I'll tell you, I've waited for 3 months, 4 months, because the items are cheap, yes, but the shipping time is long. So that's why if you're going to plan to sell during a holiday season, you need to be getting your items around spring, around summer, or placing at least your orders and then waiting for them to arrive, because it's going to take about 3 to 6 to 9 months, depending on what you're ordering and where you're ordering from. Light in the Box, they've been around for quite some time. They have a lot of fashion and jewelry products, but I'm not all that sold out on the whole jewelry thing. It was my first time last year purchasing some cheap jewelry overseas, and I just wasn't impressed. Matter of fact, I left a negative review on a couple suppliers because the jewelry that showed up, I was trying to prepare for Woman King's release, so I purchased a lot of the African type of jewelry and so forth. No, it was rusty where the posts were, where the earring stems were. It was rusty. There was just plenty of defects. I'm like, the only thing that these products are worth is the garbage, and then some of the other ones you could just take the decor off and then make a craft with it. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted some decent jewelry, and of course, you know, as they say, you get what you pay for. Worldwide brands, as I've mentioned, like Taya or Taibu or Taibao, they have their share of Chinese manufacturers as well. Selhu, I've been with Selhu for many years, and what I like about their website is that they have all of the information that you need about the distribution company right there. So You don't need to research all over the place for it. They've already done the research for you. And you're able to select the type of products and suppliers using a filter search, which is, of course, like some of the other ones, but I just like how some of the interfaces are on some of these other websites, and Who is one of them. Gear Best has a lot of electronics and toys. Wholesale Ninjas, all sorts of physical products. They also have a lot of liquidation, large lots. The minimum at the time of this recording is 200. It'll probably change. And then of course people like to go to Amazon, right, to buy some things, hopefully low, and sell high later on. Of course, after a while though, if you're the kind of person where you're just putting other people's address into Amazon and then having Amazon send it over to their address, a lot of these types of websites are getting wise to that sort of thing. And so you don't want to have your account blocked or what have you, because there are those that don't want you to do that sort of thing. And they've got all sorts of tracking devices to see. But some individuals, though, have their get-arounds and they know how to work the systems, and, you know, they do what they do. So these are places, too, that you want to basically, it's always been the safest for me to just buy the product up front and then sell later. But of course, you're going to have a bunch of product after a while stored in the garage, the basement, the attic, and elsewhere if you don't move product fast enough. And then you've got to look and see what the terms are, because some of these companies are not giving your money back, especially liquidation. They're not giving you your money back. You know, if that product doesn't sell. And I have bought some of those damaged type of goods for cheap, because they were saying that sometimes the boxes, it's just a dent in the box, but the product itself is okay, only to find out that some of the products within the lot, they were damaged. And so now I'm stuck with a bunch of junk, and no, you cannot get your money back type of thing. So just giving you the heads up, if you're trying to flip products on the internet and you want to have them on hand at home, ready to ship out, and you're willing to wait the 3 to 5 to 9 months or whatever else you have to wait in order for those items to come. So that is my heads up on the sources where you can get some cheap items. So do start searching. Please do come back for some more resource rundown.